Meanwhile, there is construction of Maradi to Niger Republic that is going on now. $1.9 billion construction being funded by Nigeria. Red line that is going to Maradi is on and is going to be completed next year, 2026. So there are things that one cannot understand that is happening in this country, and we say that we are one Nigeria. One Nigeria what?
Anambra completely bypassed by the rail master plan. I'm standing before you that this already designed and Ministry of Transportation is aware to include the connection in the master plan, and it will see attention.
I rise to move this very important motion on the urgent need to include the Eastern Rail Lines in the Nigerian Railway Development Project. The Senate notes that inclusiveness is the essence of governance in a democracy.
Somebody imports a 40-foot container from Guangzhou to Lagos, and it will cost him 5 or 6 million naira to truck it to Aba. And you don't expect that he's going to pass on that inflation cost to the people? Considering the fact that we don't have standard gauge rail lines that extend horizontally from the southwest to the southeast. It's marginalization, economic marginalization, and we have to speak truth to power. I don't know what the Southeast Governors Forum are doing. I don't know what they discuss when they meet, but there are critical areas that we must address.
All right, viewers, the President of Nigeria, President Bola Tinubu, has come to Anambra and left. And during his speech, he said something that struck me so much that I'm having a serious thought over it. Yes, he made mention of 3 key things. He made mention of bypassing of Anambra in a gas pipeline national design. Despite that, Anambra and Southeast has, not only Anambra, Southeast has huge gas deposits. Then Southeast was completely bypassed by the national plan of the gas pipeline. Secondly, he mentioned about the road connecting Anambra to Kogi, that leads to Abuja, that we can travel maybe 3 hours from Anambra to Abuja. That was abandoned. Nobody is talking about that road. Then, thirdly, the one that I'm going to concentrate on today is about the rail project. The Anambra state was completely bypassed by the national rail project that is ongoing. Meanwhile, there is construction of Maradi to Niger Republic that is going on now. $1.9 billion construction being funded by Nigeria. Red line that is going to Maradi is on and is going to be completed next year, 2026. So there are things that one cannot understand that is happening in this country, and we say that we are one Nigeria. One Nigeria what? Now we left we are not done with what we need, and we are now connecting Niger Republic. And the project is fast ongoing. Just within some few months, it will be completed now. Meanwhile, some key states were not included in that rail project that is coming to the Southeast. In fact, I'm not sure that Southeast is included, because from what I heard, I don't think Southeast is even included in that rail plan. Yes, it was Rotimi Amaechi that started that when he was the Minister of Transport. Yes, it was him. Because I remember that time, Southeast was not included in that rail plan. And what are we, showcasing to the world? Then, I don't know. And now the president will come and tell you that he's going to include, and as if we are begging. He's going to include Anambra in the rail plan. and we are clapping. Igbos are not known for beggars. We don't beg. If they say they don't want us in this Nigeria project, we find our way. Eh? What is it? Eh? No, the thing is too much. Oh, it's becoming too much. Oh, we should. I don't know. In fact, like that guy said, I don't know what the Southeast governors are doing. What are they even discussing? It's not something that Soludo can achieve only himself. Like about this rail project, yes. Soludo has, I thank him for, taking that bull by the horn to plan his own state to have railway. And railway is not something that will just, yes, it's good to have it within the state, but it's good to connect other states and, if possible, other regions. That is the benefit of having a railway. But meanwhile, having said that, I still have it in mind that, I've not done a video about this Anambra railway. So I will combine it with this video. We are going to show the plans that Soludo have in these railway plans. I know so many of us are aware of it, but this idea of what happened recently, reminded me that I have not done a clear-cut video on that railway. Yes, there are different types of railway according to Governor Soludo, what he planned. The blue rail, the black rail, the one that connects towns, and the one that moves within the town, and the rest of them. So let us delve into the issue right away. Thank you.
Try to move this very important motion on the urgent need to include the Eastern Rail Lines in the Nigerian Railway Development Project. The Senate notes that inclusiveness is the essence of governance in a democracy, which is further buttressed by the provisions of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, which categorically states in Section 15, subsections 3A and 4, that for the purpose of promoting national integration, it shall be the duty of the state to provide adequate facilities for and encourage free mobility of people, goods, and services throughout the federation. That states shall foster a feeling of belonging and of involvement among the various people of the federation, to the end that loyalty to the nation shall override sectional loyalties. The Senate notes that the Eastern Narrow Rail Lines of the Nigerian Railways, originating from Port Harcourt, going through the southeast to the northern parts of Nigeria, particularly to the northeast, are now in a deplorable condition, notwithstanding the federal government's rekindled determination to resuscitate the nation's rail transport system. The Senate notes further that presently the Eastern Rail Lines are not in use, and trains no longer ply these routes, in moving people and goods in and out of the old Eastern region, leading to decline in economic activities. The Senate observes that the deplorable condition of the Eastern Rail Lines of the Nigerian Railways has increased the cost of transportation, commodities, and job creation in Nigeria, bearing in mind that modern rail transport system is one of the fastest, safest, and the easiest means of transporting people and commodities from one destination to another, as well as offering employment to many of the citizens of the country.
Anambra and Southeast have huge gas deposit. That is true, but largely bypassed by National Gas Master Plan. I assure you that will be rectified. Abandoned federal road projects that link Anambra through Kogi, it can become the fastest gateway between Abuja and Anambra South and South-South. I agree. Anambra completely bypassed by the Rail Master Plan. I'm standing before you that this already designed and Ministry of Transportation is aware to include the connection in the master plan, and it will see attention.
This is the basic truth. How can Lagos have 3 functioning seaports with a 4th one in the works and every other place is languishing? How do you build an economy when everything is centered around Lagos? Is it because the Lagos establishment is afraid that if there is an operational seaport in the eastern maritime flank, which geographically is better for maritime operations, you're going to have diversion of port operations from the southeast, the south-south, the northeast to Akwa Ibom? Is it because they're afraid of revenue losses? It doesn't make any sense. We have to say the truth to power. Somebody imports a 40-foot container from Guangzhou to Lagos, and it will cost him 5 or 6 million naira to truck it to Aba. And you don't expect that he's going to pass on that inflation cost to the people, considering the fact that we don't have standard gauge rail lines that extend horizontally from the southwest to the southeast. It's marginalization, economic marginalization, and we have to speak truth to power. I don't know what the Southeast Governors Forum are doing. I don't know what they discuss when they meet, but there are critical areas that we must address, and we must bring to the table as soon as possible. The Southeast, yes, is the only region that does not have a high-pressure gas transmission pipe to take natural gas through it. You have the AKK, the Ajaokuta, Abuja, Kaduna, Kano. There is a second phase of that AKK that goes to Gausu in Zamfara. Now, in that AKK, you have pressure metering and reduction stations in Gwagwalada for Abuja. You have in Kaduna, you have in Kano, and then you're also going to have in Gausu when the second phase starts. That AKK is what the government hopes to extend for transnational gas pipeline through Niger Republic to Algeria, even if I don't think that will be feasible because of the lack of diplomatic relationship between Niger Republic and the Nigerian government in Abuja. Okay? The Southeast does not have a pipe that runs through it, despite the fact that Abia State produces a lot of natural gas. In 2007, Ibe Kachuku designed Nigerian Gas Master Plan, and in that master plan, he put a 121-kilometer pipe that is supposed to extend from Aba to Owerri, to Enugu, to Onitsha, and then to Nnewi. The government says that no, they want to do a TNGP pipe extension from Abia State to Ajaokuta, and the second phase is going to go from Abia State to Enugu to Ajaokuta. That is going to take gas away from the southeast, not through the southeast. You need a pipe that extends that, because you need gas for glass fabrication, you need gas for urea, you need gas for power. 40% of the gas that is typically produced every day, either through associated gas that you get when you drill crude oil, yeah, or through non-associated gas fields, it's used for electricity. So how do you want to increase generation and increase feedstock to the gencos in the southeast if you don't build a high-pressure transmission pipe? Whose responsibility is it to make sure that this happens? It's the Nigerian Gas Infrastructure Company, which is a subsidiary of the NNPC group. So my question to the management of NNPC is, why have they refused to commission FID for gas pipes to the southeast? Why have the Southeast Governors Forum not gotten into a meeting with the president to ask him why the region does not have a gas pipe that runs through it? What exactly is wrong that it seems that
All right, now as it is, let me drop some information concerning that Maradi rail line that connects from Kano, that's Nigeria, to Niger Republic. The project is a $1.9 billion project, Kano to Maradi rail line, and is a railway project in Nigeria that will connect Kano to Maradi in Niger Republic. The project is part of the Western Rail Line, which will run from Lagos to Maradi. What the project involves, it includes the project will build a 284-kilometer railway line that crosses through Kano, Jigawa, and the Katsina states in Nigeria. The line will also extend into Niger Republic to Maradi. A branch line will be built from Kano to Dutse in Jigawa State. The line will pass through the Aminu Kano International Airport, and this is the first time in Nigeria a rail line to connect to an airport and to town outside of Nigeria. That is how they planned it. And a quick reminder, this project of Maradi rail line was initiated by the former Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari. The project aims to connect the two countries by rail to foster trade, economic integration, cheaper and easier movement of people, goods and services. Yes, you can imagine the time, not up to 10 years, they have now started the project and the project is about to be completed. Can you just imagine within this short period of time? And we are here talking about dilapidated Eastern Railway lines. So, having said that, just like I said earlier, the routes, the exact places that this rail lines that was designed in Anambra State, where it's going to pass through. Yes, I've done a slight video, informing people about that. But that video, from what reactions people are getting, I think people are on the side of getting more technology involving the Chinese in this rail construction to reduce damages. You know, anything about construction, the Chinese can never be sidelined. So a lot of people propose that we should involve the Chinese people to help Anambra State in this rail project and to reduce less damage, because 6,000 buildings we are mapped, or we are said is going to go down. So a lot of mixed feelings in that regard. So let me say the key routes of this rail plan. There is the black rail and there is the blue line. Then both of them are strategically connecting cities and towns across the state to enhance movement and boost economic activities. Then talking about the key routes of the rail plans, the black rail first. It starts from Onitsha, Head Bridge, running through the expressway to Oka and linking Ihiala via Onitsha Owerri Road, full stop. So this one runs from Onitsha Bridgehead, through that expressway, moves down to Oka, that is the black rail. And another one moves from Onitsha through the Owerri Road, moving down to Ihiala axis, the end point of Anambra State by the southwards. Then the blue rail line begins in Onitsha, also connects Mpo, Obosi, Umoji, extend to Nobi, Newi, Oketiti, then Igbo Ukwu, Ekwulobia, Nanka, Ndiowu, and Ndiago. Well, I know that it passed through Isofia also. Yes, the map is there. It passes through Isofia, where it intersects with the black rail lines in Oka. Then there are some additional extensions which include connections from Onitsha through Nkwele to Otuocha and further links to the Kelionwu and industrial hub of Oboji, Orumba. So further, this multi-phase capital-intensive project aims to create a seamless transport system within the state and eventually connect to neighboring states. Experts say this initiative will boost commerce, attract investment, and reduce travel time for residents and businesses. Well, Governor Charles Soludo administration had made it clear that the railway network is a long-term project and future governments are expected to continue its development. This move aligns with global best practices where advanced nations strive on an efficient, well-integrated transport system. And by or carry up on or carry but Igbos are known to face challenges head on. They are not cowards. And from what has happened so far, it's a testimony. If you come to the Southeast, you will see that Some people don't believe that Southeast is like this. But we'll continue to push. All we need is unity. The Governors Forum, the Senate members from the Southeast rep, everybody should put heads together. Sometimes there should be an expand meeting of that Governors Forum that will involve every other political leaders in the Southeast so that they can talk and discuss and have one mind. That is the thing. We are not stopping. Even if it's going to take 100 years, things must be done right. That is what we are saying. And we are not cowards. Okay? Well, however, we are going to find a good solution to these problems. And mind you that election, the presidential election is drawing closer and closer. We need to speak with one mind, with one mind. Yes. And another thing I want to drop now is that whether we like it or not, whether we vote for Tinubu or we did not vote for Tinubu, the sad reality or the reality, let me not just put sad, because God is working out things by himself. There's nothing human being can do. As in, after you must have done your own, what happens is the will of God. That is the fact. So whether the Southeast want it or not, in as much as the APC is struggling to get some states from this region, your decision, whether you vote for Tinubu or not, I don't think it will influence Tinubu becoming the president. Though there is still 5% chance that he may not win. But that is the thing I want to say, that he has that greater chances of becoming the next president-elect. So we must reason and think wisely. That is the point. Well, I think I will call it a day until I come your way next time. Stay tuned. Bye for now.